Hello, my name is Mohammad Dipta Aditya, and I'm the fourth semester student in UNES. I made this video in order to complete my assignment in Kewirausahaan course. So, in this opportunity, I would like to share about my assignment in Kewirausahaan course. So, let's start it. The first is conduct a personal evaluation to determine why you want to start a business. So, firstly, I made this effort with my uncle because we saw the opportunity there, an opportunity that other people rarely see, and we have been doing this for the past 1 year, even though our efforts are not total yet to be done because we are both hindered by our respective activities. One of the main reasons why I want to build a business is to develop my potential as well as in economic. Besides all that, there is a sense of to start slowly opening jobs for people around who need a job. And then, what do? We do a printing business, a printing house, as well as the creation of banners, invitation, stample, etc. But the most important thing in our production is the creation of student learning outcomes in schools, or usually we call it in Indonesia as rapot. And how do we do it? Actually, my uncle and I have been running this business homemade for about a year, and Alhamdulillah, we always have some loyal customers who make the results of learning student every year or report every year in our place. But that's where the problem is. Our customers are all private schools, or we can call that sekolah swasta, while the creation of student learning outcomes for public schools or sekolah negeri is all regulated by the Ministry of Education. This is where we are still looking for the connection to be able to enter the Ministry of Education and carry out cooperation on the making of student learning outcomes or report. But until now, we have not been able to get that connection. And next, who do we serve? Of course, with our main service, which is the creation of student learning outcomes. The purpose of our customer is teachers and students. Besides that service, we also serve the manufacture of wedding invitation, screen printing glasses, like souvenirs, banners, etc. So our customers are also for general public who want to hold an event such as a wedding or other like that. So the next is SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. For the advantages and potential our business, we may be able to earn a lot of income in the future, because it does not think that all schools must have the right to report student learning outcomes, and there is rarely a printing house that makes this report on their own learning outcomes. Even in my city, Tegal city, there are only 2 printing house, including ours. Most of the printing house that make report on are located in big cities, because this is a bit difficult and requires more energy. But all of that will not last long when everything will be inverted into digital forms, such as digital wedding invitation, digital student learning outcomes, etc. So for now, we have studied various design software such as CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe Photoshop. And with it all, we have started to dive into the field of digital design. Therefore, perhaps our shortcoming is to better mature how our products bloom into the market of the future. And the next is how much capital you have available to invest. So actually, our initial capital is just to buy a press machine, a small press machine that costs 7 million, and the machine is like this. So this includes a standard small machine for reporting student learning outcomes, and for making material such as plastic roll, all we take from the customer payment money. When we have found a connection to get into the Ministry of Education and our market is getting bigger, then we need a bigger press machine with a press around of about 60 or 70 million, and the machine is like this. This machine requires less manpower, so it is more efficient in making many products at once. And the capital we have calculated from all our profits over the past year. The next is discuss your plans with family members to ensure they are behind you. Of course, I have discussed with my family, and sometimes they even help, even that is a little. And determine if you want the business to be full-time or part-time. For now, our business for order acceptance, we always open 24 hours. But those who come to our place, and who order through our social media. But the working time is more flexible, depending on how many orders and how long the deadline takes. The next is, will your business be relevant as time passes? How will you adapt? So yes, sure, we always adapt to the times. We have even started to study in the world of digital design, like what I explained earlier, that we have a great opportunity, but it will also be problematic when everything goes to digital. And of course, we have started to dive into the digital world like design. Until now, there has not a very big problem, just our lack of time to work on orders that pile up because we started with only 2 people. So far, if the orders for the learning outcomes report have piled up to almost 1,000 pieces, then we invite collaboration with a study report maker in Semarang, who is our friend of my relative, to make the cover. And so far, we don't want to add more workers to help our work because there aren't too many others that go to our printing press. Okay, the next is, who is your ideal customer? Our ideal customer is people who need such as invitation, stamps, etc. for an event, and like the education stuff. And what's your market size? For now, it's like homemade production, but we will always develop it. And when we cooperate with the Ministry of Education, our market will be bigger and we will open up a bigger place. How easy is it to acquire the customer? As I explained above, it is quite easy to attract customers in making learning outcomes or rapport, because this kind of printing is very rare and only exists in big cities. However, our customers are only private schools and have not received cooperation with public schools. The next is points of capital. So in here, the initial capital, our first capital when we opened this business, is 7 million rupiah for machine. This is for machine. And orders for student learning outcomes are usually at least 200 pieces. And the price per piece is 60,000 rupiah until 80,000 rupiah, depending on the model and thickness of the contents. So profit for each piece is like 15,000 until 25,000 rupiah. And the next is, this is our product advertisement or our banner, in addition to our main service, namely making student learning outcomes reports. We also accept the other orders, such as making invitation, stamps, screen printing, etc. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.